take a dim view of it, finding it sorely lacking in elegance to match the neighborhood's other super-tall skyscrapers, which are far more refined in their proportions. Its color also contrasts too much with the Art Deco style of the surrounding skyscrapers. What do you think? The next skyscraper on our list is the Commodore Project, officially named 175 Park Avenue, where it will be located in Midtown East, between 1 Vanderbilt, Grand Central Terminal, and the famous Chrysler Building. Designed by Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, one of the world's most prestigious architectural firms, which has worked on such major skyscraper projects as the Burj Khalifa, the new tower will house offices, retail and leisure space at its base, as well as 500 Hyatt Group hotel rooms on the upper floors. Plans for the building were approved by the New York City Historic Preservation Commission and by the New York City Council in December 2021. The new skyscraper will be built on the current site of the Hyatt Grand Central New York Hotel, which is scheduled to be demolished over an 18-month period. Construction of the new glass and steel Colossus is scheduled to begin in 2026, with completion scheduled for 2030. Originally, the 85-story tower was to have been 501 meters high, but this has now been reduced to 480 meters. This is still high enough, however, to rank it as New York's tallest skyscraper if the height of the roof is taken into account. Otherwise, it's the One World Trade Center that retains the top spot with its huge 124-meter spire, bringing the building's architectural height to 541 meters. When completed, 175 Park Avenue will dominate the Midtown East District with its imposing proportions. Its immediate proximity to the Chrysler Building, surely one of the city's finest Art Deco skyscrapers, will considerably diminish the latter's presence and will irreversibly pollute the appreciation of this marvelous monument in the New York skyline. It's not that it's particularly unsightly. On the contrary, there are even some interesting Gothic elements in the building's architecture. But its proportions and location are perhaps inappropriate. Much too imposing and much too close to the Chrysler Building, a historic building that must be preserved for the sake of New York's landscape identity. Remarkable for its design and impressive dimensions, the Affirmation Tower is a 95-story skyscraper project unveiled in October 2021 to be established on 11th Avenue, right next to the new Hudson Yards Towers. At 507 meters, this veritable giant would, if approved, become New York City's tallest skyscraper by roof height, ahead of the Commodore Tower and Tower 5th, which we saw earlier. In addition to becoming the new centerpiece of the vast Hudson Yards complex, the Affirmation Tower will provide an interesting skyline, moving obliquely towards the sky, giving the district an impactful and much more unified landscape identity. Conceived by the firm of Ghanaian British architect David Adjaye, whose work includes the National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, the new tower will feature a stunning design, with 5 blocks of floors stacked in a cantilevered fashion, evolving from the smallest to the largest, all the way to the top. A spectacular design, reminiscent of the previous version of 2 World Trade Center by Bjarke Ingels, but this time literally upside down. On the utilitarian side, the tower is to house offices, shops, and hotels, as well as a skating rink and a panoramic observation deck at the top, which is bound to offer a breathtaking view of the Hudson River and the surrounding New Jersey countryside. In addition to being a large-scale real estate project, the Affirmation Tower has a truly symbolic vocation, as it aims to improve the inclusion of the African American community, hence the name chosen to name the building, Affirmation Tower. Although the tower is still in the conceptual stage, it has a good chance of seeing the light of day, as David Adjaye's team has the backing of major New York real estate investors such as Steve Witkoff and Don Peebles, as well as local associations and New York City's African American clergy to support the project and bring it to fruition. The latest skyscraper we're about to see is 15 Penn Plaza, a 61-story tower planned to sit not far from the Empire State Building in Midtown Manhattan. Designed by the renowned architecture firm Foster and Partners, this new tower will be the tallest building in a vast redevelopment plan for the Penn District, which will radically transform the urban landscape of this part of Midtown, with a total of 8 new skyscrapers to house mainly offices, but also hotels and shops. This new skyscraper is being developed by Vornado Realty Trust, a real estate investment company listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Standing 366 meters high, it will rise on the site of the Hotel Pennsylvania, one of the many properties owned by Vornado Realty Trust, which has decided to close it to the public in 2020 in order to begin the demolition process. A demolition that has stirred debate and moved many New Yorkers, as the Hotel Pennsylvania is an immense residence with a rich history. Not only was it the world's largest hotel, with some 2,200 rooms, but after opening in 1919, it quickly became a popular address for the New York Gotha, including many famous actors, musicians, and writers, as well as high-ranking members of the underworld and politicians. It's a building steeped in history, and one that deserves a dedicated video. At the base of the skyscraper, we'll find a vast entrance hall housing a number of shops and completely open to the outside world, as well as a giant screen above the main entrance to promote the cultural events that will take place in the tower throughout the year. Other amenities include restaurants and bars at altitude, as well as a large auditorium with superb windows offering captivating views of New York City. In terms of design, 15 Penn Plaza features a large glass facade that tapers slightly from the 43rd floor upwards, with 27 cantilevered green terraces that give the tower the appearance of a giant chest of drawers. According to the renderings, there's even talk of a fascinating view of the Empire State Building. So close will it be. Finally, the building is also designed to achieve the highest environmental certifications, featuring renewable energy solutions such as photovoltaic panels, efficient insulation, and above all, a rainwater recovery system that will reduce the building's water consumption by 50%. For the moment, no precise date has yet been revealed for the construction of 15 Penn Plaza. However, the developer has stated that he hopes to complete the site by 2030. One thing's for sure, if fully realized, the Penn District redevelopment plan will considerably change the skyline of this part of Midtown, and will especially overshadow the iconic Empire State Building, as it is so close and almost as imposing as the latter. Once again, the location and dimensions of this new giant may have been inappropriate, as with the Commodore Tower, except that the design of Penn Plaza is much less sophisticated. In any case, don't hesitate to say your thoughts in the comments. All right, that's the end of this video. I hope you